And again, it would be rude not to. Sorry. Nah. Sorry, mate. Couldn't help myself. There, mate. Oh, mate. Old mate that runs a joint. Told me I never learnt. What do you do? Never learned over the years, he reckons? Nah. Doesn't matter. Bit of backstory behind the car wash revving incident. Old mate, I won't say his name, we'll call him Kerry. And back in the day, him and his family and my uncles and my family, we went to Denny Ute Muster. And my uncle and myself, he's got a GDS ute, HJ GDS ute that we built, and it's mint. Anyway, we drove it all the way out to Denny, had a good time, and during the car show we all left, and Terry's son and other family members, his brother-in-law and things like that, were in their B&S utes, and you know, I had the GDS and I'm just cruising out at the end, and we're all going down this little, it's just like a little dirt road out of this little paddock back to our camp, and they're all drifting up this dirt road. And I was like, oh man, that's sick, but I mean, my uncle's ute, you know, it's like, no way. So I gave like a little clap. It had an exhaust that sounded mint, so I was like, oh, down the road. Anyway, I heard this, oi! And I was like, what's that? Motorbike copper. Pull over. So I pulled over, he's like, I'm going to confiscate your car. And I was like, what? No way, it wasn't even me. I was like, I didn't want to throw my mates under the bus. I'm trying to get out of this. And mate, my stress levels went through the roof, and legit, 100%, hand on heart, right hand, left hand, whatever, on heart, I didn't do a burnout. Out of everything I've done in my life, out of all the burnouts, all the reckless junk, the only time I've ever got done for burnouts is at Denny Ute Muster, and I never done it. And the boys laughed at it about, and I laughed about it. I laughed then too, but I was like trying to convince my uncle I didn't do it, and he's like, So, mate, I do burnouts everywhere, you know, so trying to convince. I was like, who am I going to convince? Like, no way, 100% everyone's going to think I did it, and I didn't. Anyway, $600 and something later, that court went on for about 6 months, 7 months, because they wanted me to go from Wollongong to the Niliquin courthouse. The copper that booked me was actually from Goulburn, so after a long time we got it adjourned or dismissed or whatever to Goulburn court. Finally went there, I rocked up, the copper didn't, and they threw it out. I thought, man, what a punish, you know, all this, and the copper didn't even rock up to court. Anyway, about 2 years later, 3 years later, I don't know what's happened. They've had a management change in the courthouse or something, and they've dug up my record of this burnout that I've never done. Sent me a fine, $670 or something, 4 points, something ridiculous. And I was like, no way, that was years ago. Called him up, no, it wasn't actually adjourned. And I was like, what? I was like, it was adjourned. I went there, he didn't, they threw it out. I tried to plead it. Anyway, I had to cop that on the chin because I had no record after that. Like, I was early 20s. I just went, no, he's not coming, I'm fucking, they dismissed it, I'm out doing my own life. So Terry's son and his brother-in-law were actually the ones that costed me that fine. And it's funny as fuck, like it's really a sticky pickle, you know what I mean? But I think Terry owes me one for that little incident. Peace.